Hey everybody, more Twilight Struggle against Felicius. And we are the Soviet Union yet again. It's been enough runs, now I'm getting a little suspicious about that. We're going to do the standard setup here as the Soviets. This has been like our 7th game in a row as these guys, so... Getting into the flow of how to play as them. Our guy over here is potentially new to this. What does this little marker mean? Oh, now it's green. I guess he's aware of his turn. Anyway, what are we going to do for a headline here? Happy Memorial Day, by the way, if you're in America. It is hot as hell outside right now in the northeast of the country. Record-tying heat today, and I am going to try to break the heat with a little bit of Cold War action. How's that pun work for you? So 3 into Italy, 4 into Germany for him, West Germany. Cambridge 5 is not really useful at this point. It would only be the Middle East. D-stall is not particularly useful. I'd probably want to hold on to it. So I guess I'm just going to play one of the scoring cards. And I'll probably play Asia. Well, let's do Europe to get rid of it. If he defectors it, he defectors it. If he does not, just break even, and that's fine with me. Asia, maybe we can go out to a little bit of a lead out there, and we'll see how it goes. Yeah, otherwise, have not played this in a little while. It's played a couple offline games, and I lost one. Someone controlled Europe in the the late wars, like turn 9 or something. I just could not break free, and I had the European scoring card, and I had to play it as my last card. That was real frustrating. So it was a lesson learned. Don't let Poland go very easily. Okay? If he plays that into Yugoslavia, it's a little bit more annoying. I don't know if this guy's ever played before. His rating was 1500. Must be his first game online or something like that. I don't know if he's played the board game. I'm not judging his card play or anything. I'm just saying. It's unusual to play that this early. What we're gonna do is play the Marshall Plan, which unfortunately triggers NATO. Which one did he get rid of? I wasn't even paying attention. He got rid of Finland, which is the one I would prefer. So what we're gonna do is I guess we kind of have to coup Iran with de-Stalinization. Or do we do special relationship? Cambridge 5, kind of want to hold on to those. Let's do it with this and see what happens, I guess. So we got rid of it. Which is okay. I'm happy with that. That always seems to be the best case scenario, I guess. So with the next one, we can start spreading. We'll put one into Afghanistan. Start going into the Middle East. Marshall Plan will probably play into the 2 stability European countries, and then let him have the card. Outside of that, not a great hand here. I'd like to get one more battleground before we play the Asia scoring card. And you kind of have to as the Soviets, because it's not very easy for you to get anywhere else. Unless he was kind and plays the Vietnam card for us. You can't get to less Cambodia, you can through Vietnam. Okay. So our friend is taking his time, it seems. Which is unfortunate. Just drink some of my summer shandy. What are people's thoughts on the shandy beers? I kind of like them. As I get older and I start to care less and less about what beers I'm drinking, I enjoy these lemon-flavored beers. He finally places one into France, which is to be expected, although Canada would probably be the better option. He's playing this, so D-stall is now actually becoming slightly more viable. We'll put one into Austria. See what he does here. It's in his interest to spread into the Middle East, I think, at this point. Asia is a little bit of a high price for him to move into. And he kind of wants me to play the Japan card. South Korea is a 3 stability. You might want to take that. Although the Korean War card keeps the US on its toes about that early on, at least. We could play that for victory points. This guy is taking his time, especially early on. Fallacious. If we win by timer running out in an hour-long game, I've got a problem with that, I think. Let's see. Any new comments? No, not new comments on this. I think I'm getting better at this game. Excuse me while I adjust the cable. I think I'm getting better. What did he do? He coups Syria. Which is oddly impactful at this point. What do I want to do? Do I want to play Marshall Plan at this point? Probably not, right? We could get rid of the scoring card with that thing. So let's play Cambridge 5. No, we have to coup him out of here first. He doesn't really have great coup targets. So let's do this. Let's play some influence here. And he doesn't seem to be wanting to go into there. Let's do Jordan then. So if he has the Korean card, we're one closer to that. Otherwise, there was no real reason to spread into Afghanistan since he can just coup us out, but I think we're relatively safe in South Korea. Relatively safe in South Korea, the name of my memoir. And then after that, Jordan borders Israel. The Middle East borders are all very confusing to me. So we can get into Lebanon, which is good. Bulgaria borders Turkey, so we didn't lose anything there. This guy takes forever. And after that, we will... I don't want a de-Stalinization yet. Nuclear test ban. What's it gonna coup? Iraq, and it worked. Wow. Okay. So now I can spread. So let's do that. I'll get rid of de-Stalinization, I think. I'll place influence here. Here. And one in Iraq, just to maintain, I think. Make it be a race for Iran. If he wants to do that, I'm fine with it. He might have the Middle East scoring card with the amount of time that he's putting into thinking about that. Korean War, please work. Please take it. Oh. So that fails. It goes away. I should probably, if he goes into Iran, I have to take Afghanistan, Pakistan. If he doesn't, I might take South Korea with something. Might play the China card for it. I'd have 5 and I could take Pakistan. I would need a... He is going in that there, so that is what I have to do. So I'm going to play this, play some influence. 1, 2, 2, 3. Make it a little expensive for him to try to bust through here. So what I need is a non-battleground. Which is not easy at this point. If he goes into Afghanistan, it's certainly not easy. I would play Indo-Pakistani War, I think, at that point. Take that and put one into... Iraq, maybe? Or Jordan? Maybe Jordan. We also need to drop DEFCON one more time. Which I could also do back in Iran if I couped him back there. It's going so slow now, I'm starting to doubt what I did. I am safe in Pakistan. Nasser. Which is good for us. Alright, that's fine. So, he'll have just one at that point. So I'm going to play this. I'll place influence here. And go into... Libya. He can take Thailand at this point. I'm going to play the scoring card next turn. Or for our last turn. I have to. But we will have domination. Just a 6-point domination. If we could play NATO before, that would be ideal, before Marshall Plan. Just so it doesn't have that stupid effect for the UK. Which is kind of devastating. So he's probably going to take Thailand here, I would assume. This will tell us if he doesn't have the Middle East scoring card, obviously. That means I cannot coup, but that means I could coup Thailand if I have a good enough card next turn. So I'm okay with that. It's kind of the place. That's what's unique about the first turn, kind of. You kind of have a little bit of play wiggle room with how you want to go ahead with lowering the DEFCON. You don't always have to drop it to 2, especially if you can do that thing where I did, where just no influence in Iran, which I think is the best case scenario. You don't have to worry about the US coupping it back. Vietnam revolts. He'll go into Thailand, I would think. Yes. Okay. So we gotta play this. 6 points. He gets a turn. Obviously he gets the last turn, so that would not mean that he doesn't have the Middle East scoring card. Going into the Sudan might be worthwhile to get a presence in Africa. Possibly not, though. He should coup if he wants to protect Thailand. And what's he gonna do? UN intervention. Socialist governments. He goes into Saudi Arabia. Okay. So we can coup Thailand back. There's NATO. Might do. We have not seen CIA created, so we'll just play Romanian abdication. Get a country out of it. If he defectors it, no big deal. I'm concerned about him flipping Pakistan at this point. But I can't overprotect it. I'd have to coup Thailand. And hope for the best. Wow. Okay, that is interesting card play. NATO attempt to coup Thailand. There we go. We took it back pretty well with a 3 as well, so he can't go in there with the China card. Cut him off from access to India through last Cambodia. Can't play Fidel yet. We don't want to. Marshall Plan we can start considering. We don't have de Gaulle. Hopefully he has de Gaulle. We might have to do something with it. We don't have decolonization, which is what we're waiting for. Blockade is out there still. Middle East scoring card is still out there. So we're in pretty good shape in Asia. I have to overprotect Pakistan. I'll do that on my next turn if he doesn't realize it. He should try to flip it with the China card, I think. I mean, depending on what other cards he's got, but It's something you have to do. Something the online version has taught me. I did not really realize that the two civilities in Asia need to be overprotected, basically, to prevent the China card. The brush war obviously can still affect them, but if you only have 2 influence to take control, it can be flipped with that 5 China card. All right, he's gonna do that. So that means I don't coup him back yet. I don't think so. So I'm going to place influence with this. Libya. Pakistan. We have tied countries, so he can't play the Middle East scoring card and get an advantage there. Okay. Taking India would be sweet. We don't have control. He's got Japan. Obviously, I wasn't even thinking about that. But we're in a pretty good scoring place there. Europe, no one's interested in. It's not feeding into Canada. We need to drop the DEFCON. Yeah, outside of that, really just kind of waiting around here. Middle East is going to kind of be a toss-up at this point. I don't want to dedicate too much effort going in there. What is this? Modified 4 to 6. 50-50. Tried to coup Egypt with the China card. Okay, so now we can do this. So, place influence. Egypt. Actually, yes, we have to do Egypt. And we'd have 3, he'd have 3. So there's no point really in going more. So let's start spreading around here. So put 1 into Greece. Try to take control of some of these European countries. He has a 1-point bonus in the Middle East. I could take back Jordan, so that's not really a big deal. If he takes Syria. Five-year plan would be a good final card. Just to get rid of containment with it. So we'd have 3. Need to get into Italy too somehow, or Algeria. I need to be able to force the issue in France. So hot. So very, very hot. 20 minutes here for turn 2. So we're lucky with that coup. Not really lucky. He chose Egypt. I would have chosen Libya. Just because Sadat is coming out. He's going to take over Egypt for him. So my plan here going forward is I'm probably going to play Marshall Plan. Place influence to take 2 of the 2 European battlegrounds. Let him do what he wants with the event. Then I'd play Arab-Israeli. That would be turn 5. Then 6, I would play 5-year plan and discard containment. Excuse me. Do. Independent Reds. So what's he going to do? He's going to go into France with it. Makes sense. So I'm going to do this now. Place influence first. Here. There. And India. Alright, there we go. Coupping Iran is looking better and better. He's going to do his thing. But we have 5 countries in Europe now, so even with the loss of the battleground, we're not in tough shape. He might have de Gaulle and blockade, which would be fine to get rid of. Outside of that, just pump up Canada, overprotect everything else. The usual stuff. Come on, dude. Do. I guess I should mute my phone so that doesn't happen again. And a vibrate comes through the microphone on the desk. There he goes. Overprotect battlegrounds, one in Finland, sure, Spain, Portugal. Yep, the usual. His turn. De Gaulle. Is he gonna play it? He is. He'll put it back into France. Makes sense. So let's place some influence here. Here. And here. Start spreading into Africa in preparation for the mid-war. Oh, that was a real bad idea. CIA created, huh? Yeah. So hopefully he has it, and that would be ideal for me. We'll play 5-year plan, which will trigger containment. Yeah, that was stupid. I should have put it into India. What are you gonna do? We haven't seen it yet. It hasn't come out. It hasn't bothered us yet. He's slowly working on the Middle East. He might have blockade. Anything else that we haven't seen? Blockade, we've seen De Gaulle. Midi scoring. There's a point. Midi scoring, blockade. Warsaw Pact, we haven't seen yet. Could look through this. Any US cards? Defectors we haven't seen yet. Okay. La-dee-dee-dee-dee. Sorry, I don't know what I should talk about when this guy moves as slowly as this. Oh, there goes blockade. He's gonna discard. What is it? Suez. So at least we'll get Suez back. What did he do? One in Syria. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's fine. So we'll trigger this. Triggers containment. Place some influence here. And Iran, I think, makes sense. Maybe make him have to do something, or at least break that point of scoring. If he has the Mideast card, he has to play it now. And we could coup Iran back after that, which would be good. Tied? Yes, tied. So that works. Might not need to play... If we get the Asia scoring back, that would be nice. European scoring, not too concerned about. 5 and 4. Capture Nazi, play for the event. No, he takes that round back, okay. So the Middle East scoring card is out there still. Containment goes away.
So my country's purpose is to help us move out of the dark
It goes up to
chamber
3.
of horrors into
We got the
light,
Middle East scoring.
to
And we have
find a way
defectors.
by which the minds of men, the hopes
Pretty
of
rough
men,
for him.
the souls of men everywhere can move forward toward peace and happiness and well-being.
So yeah, we purge. Purge and go aggressively in some places. We don't have CIA created, so we didn't get stuck with that, which is huge. He gets his point back. A lot of ones are gone. So he probably has 2s and 3s. Warsaw we haven't seen, so he's got Warsaw. We saw blockade. De Gaulle might be... No, he played De Gaulle, then he played De Gaulle. We'll see. We'll see. And I got captured Nazi scientist. What is the event on nuclear tests? Earns VP equal to current DEFCON -2. CIA created. I assume he's going to try to go after the Middle East. If he does, it's at his disadvantage. Really. Just coup, so I don't have to think about it. Coup and, like, fail. Coup Algeria. Duet. Egypt. Wow, he rolled a 6. That's amazing. Okay. So... at that point, he's dominating. So I would have to play some influence, put 3, and then put one into India. Just to get us a little bit closer. After that, we'll probably play Middle East scoring as soon as possible. I mean, it's depending on how aggressively he goes after things, but it's not worth it. If he does, it's kind of a waste of his time. We could 5-year plan defectors, hopefully. European scoring. Get a point out of it. Let's do this. Let's place it. What did he do? European scoring. All right. So let's place influence with this. We'll take that. And we'll take... Do I start spreading? No. We'll take that and we'll go into... None of these are very appealing. Let's go into... the Gulf states. This turn. Gulf states just for OPEC, really. I don't feel the need to really spread all that much. Decolonization still hasn't come out yet, so he might have that as well. I just don't want him breaking control of things in the Middle East. That's the most annoying thing that he can do. H5. Does he have anything? No. Alright. It's too bad we didn't get the Asia card out of that again. He's got a 1. What's he gonna do with his 1? I mean, he can... Nope, he goes into South Africa. Work. He had been building there, I guess. So I'm going to play this now. Let's get rid of it. Not have to think about it. NORAD kind of annoys me. Can't get into Canada to stop anything. It's too bad. Maybe I'd space race NORAD because I hate it so much that I'd be willing to get rid of it. I might do that. I'm not really in a position where I can spread very easily. I need him to sort of play the cards that I want. Decolonization, losing that early was kind of a pain in the ass. That was definitely a bad thing. I don't think it was a bad decision at that point. I think I was in a place where I had to play it for the ops instead of spreading into South America. But still, if he's got it, it gives him a chance to space race it at this point because the turn 3 shuffle already happened. So the mid-war cards are going to water down the chances of anything coming out of it, or we're not going to see decolonization for a long, long time, which is too bad. Duck and cover. We get 2 and they'll go in there. Okay. So what I would do is I think I space race this. It fails. I rolled a 6 because my rolls are turning around on me, but we got rid of it. With turn 5, I play captured Nazis into Laos, Cambodia, maybe. I would like to use decolonization into Africa, if possible. Captured Nazis, yeah, take Laos, probably. Not worth going ahead on the space race. He's not space racing. I am 11 minutes ahead of or behind him, though, so this game might end before when the time runs out, which is upsetting. I always hate when that happens, but what are you gonna do? Just sip my summer shandy. Yeah, it's real warm. It's Memorial Day weekend, and it is blisteringly hot. I think we tied the record high in Boston today. Which is hot for May. Memorial Day is one of those weird holidays that the pools are always open and people start having barbecues around that point. Okay, that was weird that he did that. I'm going to attempt a coup there. There we go. We're in. It's Memorial Day. You always think it's going to be warm, and people open their pools like the week before. You think you're going to have a barbecue and go swimming, and it's, at least where I live, it's never really a warm holiday. It's always kind of cool, likely rainy. And today is just unbelievably hot, and just people I know are having barbecues and stuff, and it's working out for them. But this is the hottest Memorial Day it's been in a while. As exciting as that is for everybody. What are you gonna do? You'll spread. That makes sense. So we'll do this. We will trigger the event. Defectors goes away. We're gonna place influence. 1, 2, and one more into Laos, Cambodia for that. I'm thankful to him for letting us into Colombia and blocking that off. So we're in pretty good shape here. Southeast Asia, we have 4 points. Asia, we're dominating. We have 8. Warsaw, space it. Please space it. Damn it. Head 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just so Finland is not tantalizing to him. We're doing well with control of countries in Europe in this game, which is not always the thing that the Soviets have an easy time doing. I'm disappointed he played Warsaw. I would have liked him to have space raced that. And he'll spread and control those countries a little bit more. So we both lose 1, which doesn't do anything. Red Scare goes away. Defcon goes up to 3. Mid-war cards coming out, coming at you. And you know I hit to get you. What do I do here? What is this? Your event or an event applicable to both that occurs. If it's yours, I can use the operations. I might do that. Not as the headline. I think I should brush for the headline. Maybe Italy? He can't defector it. I might do Italy. See what the odds are. Italy's probably 50, right? What is this? 3 to 6. Subtract 1 for every adjacent enemy-controlled country. So 1. So I need a 4, 5, 6. I've got a 50% chance. 3, 4, 5, 6. So Panama's a better chance. Italy might be a more important thing to get out of it, though, rather than South America, or not South America, Central America. So I think I would do it in Italy. It's a coin flip. Grain sales. Fuck. Italy, 50, come on. Yeah, we're in Italy, baby. Summit. Okay, so he took one of the best cards he could. He can still coup with grain sales, though. Which might be the thing to do. This is annoying. I hate that card. I should have held Red Scare just to see if I got Quagmire, because that's a pretty nice combination of things. Pretty devastating, actually. East European Unrest. We can now play that freely because we've got the hops that we could just replace. He's gonna figure out what he wants to do. He coups Venezuela. That does not work. Okay, so trigger this. Let him do it first. Not have to worry about it after that. Che is unplayable to us. We'll put one back into Venezuela, one into Brazil, or two into Brazil, possibly. I don't think there's anything else better that I should do with it. What happened to decolonization? Or, yeah, decol. It's not gone yet, right? No. He's holding it like a son of a gun. What did he do? Yugoslavia, Romania. Okay, so we'll place influence. Take those back. And then... Voice of America is out there, which is the scary part of this. So let's do Brazil. We can work our way back. Probably should have taken control of Venezuela, because he can play the card if he has it. So that maybe might have been the better way to go. I was overthinking Voice of America, I think. If he doesn't, it doesn't mean that he doesn't have it. I don't know how experienced of a player this is, but that was a mistake on my part. I should have taken control of Venezuela to have domination. If he has the South American card, he should play it at this point. I need to get into Central America. Although what's presence here? 2, I would guess. 2. So let's see. Wait for him. Quagmire, Cultural Revolution. I could play Cultural Revolution if I hold on to this. Could be useful. Because the Nixon card takes it face up, I believe. Or does it not? Nixon might take it face down. Cultural Revolution takes it face up. That would make more sense. It's a 3-ops card. Which would make it be a harder trade-off to lose the ops or get the card face up when it comes back to you. There's NATO. He's not playing the... Overprotects that country. That's interesting. We're gonna play this event. Actually, no. Che. Place influence here. Here. And here. Overprotect. In case of Voice of America, we're just really overprotecting in case of that. Red Sox are winning. 8-4. Beating Toronto. Let's see. Missile Envy? Possibly. Might be good. He's probably holding on to things right now. Though if I get We Will Bury You, that would be not very good. So I guess I can't play Missile Envy at this point. Wait to see what he does with it. I'll play Portuguese for the event. Southeast African and Angola. I'll be fine with that. Get some presence going in South Africa. Such a weird country choice for that card. Angola makes sense. Southeast African states makes slightly less sense, although maybe that's thematic with the card. I don't know where Portugal's empire extended to. I know it extended to Africa. I don't know if specifically they were in Southeast Africa. So we're doing okay in Europe. Middle East is whatever. We need just the Muslim Revolution card to come out. Asia we've got good. South America we're dominating. Here we're in a little bit more trouble. He's got a presence. I'm spraying into Cameroon was interesting. Central and or South America. That's a tough card. I think I have to hold on to it. Do not want to spend it at this point. Can't play Missile Envy for the event. I would like to Quagmire him at some point. Ask not. Is he going to play the event? No. So he breaks control. So we'll place influence there. So he got domination there. I don't really care, though. Is the thing. There and Gulf states. Maybe I should have overprotected Algeria, but we'll see. Got a couple more turns before I Quagmire him. Or do I Quagmire as the headline? No. I think you want to do it right when he needs to. I'd love him to have to get rid of more Soviet cards or something. What's been removed? Nothing from the mid-war here, right? No. Discards, he's got a bunch of stuff. Got rid of grain sales. Portuguese Empire. Portuguese is now. We'll probably play Portuguese and then Quagmire in the next turn. I think that makes sense. There's decolonization. He's going to space race it. Yep. Alright. So now we're going to do this. Play this event. Start getting in there. Hopefully he plays a high op card. A good American card. Or a good Soviet card. Sorry, a good Soviet card so that we can Quagmire him on the next turn. And he doesn't get to freely toss away the Soviet card. I don't wanna do. I don't wanna do. Kitchen debates. Okay, he realigned it. So we'll Quagmire him. 5, 6, 7. Yes. So play the event. I think this makes sense. See what he has to toss. Hopefully it fails. We can play the China card because we're going to culturally revolutionize ourselves and take it back. Fail, fail, fail. And be a good American card. Voice of America. Be forced to discard Voice of America. Fidel. Okay, he got out. Okay, so we're going to play this. We're going to play some influence. I'll just do 2, because I think he would have gotten rid of all of his high and he can't play anything else. 2, and I should break control of something so that he can't coup it. I should break control of Iran, I think, right? Is the 2? Yeah, take Iran. Force him to have to do that. So with OAS, there's South America. Okay, good, perfect. He should have played it. That was his own fault. This. So trigger that event. And we might want to coup Cameroon, something like that. Attempt to coup in Cameroon. There we go, that's good. We will have cultural revolution to take back. Cool, so that worked out pretty well. I'm worried about Central America. That's the problem, child. I need liberation theology so I can get in there, into Cuba, at least. Cultural revolution, of course, would be the... Okay. Chile? No. Just overprotects places. Here's the victory point. DEFCON up to 3. Southeast Asia, there's liberation theology.
Can we be certain beyond doubt that they will never be employed?
And we have nuclear subs. We have a pretty good hand here. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to take that China card back. I don't want to walk around with you. So Voice of America is not devastating to us at this point, which is nice. Nuclear subs will play in the last turn. Arms race is fine. Willy Brandt is whatever. Don't care. Alliance for Progress. He'll get 3 victory points out of it, which is shitty but not terrible. Shitty but not terrible. Story of my life. We'll probably coup in African battleground country. Sadat. So we'll take the China card back. He will take Egypt. Does he have domination there now? He does. So we should coup Iran. What is this? 3 points? I don't really care about that. So we should coup Iran with let's do this to get rid of it. Attempt to coup Iran. There we go. That didn't really do anything. It made it more of a pain for him to have to get in there. If he has the he can't have the Middle East scoring card. So I'm not too concerned about the Middle East at this point. We've couped. I probably should have just couped Nigeria. Now that I'm looking at that and noticing that the scoring card is not there, it does not matter to me. Southeast Asia, we've got 4 points. Better than nothing. Maybe I would just play that right away. Lone Gunman. I'll just play keep Lone Gunman and play it on the next turn. If that's a possibility. I don't want to walk around with you. I do need to get into Cuba. I'll do that with liberation theology. More than 2 per country. Junta. Did he just lose the game? Okay. Yeah, he's lost. Jesus. Yeah, he says, oh, which I can understand that. Yeah, thanks guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. It was kind of a weird game, but I think we had that one kind of locked up, even if you hadn't made that mistake. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. I will see you next time.